Okay, did I start? Okay, it appears so. Okay, let's say that it I cannot speak anymore. Okay, so the YouTube one is going to be a little bit slow as usual for some reason. If someone knows how to fix that, I'll be thankful. But anyway, okay, I have the things here. Can I? Anyway, I cannot fix the chat so I can see it better, so guess I have to move everything. Am I in the correct place? Yes. The microphone is working. And I must click somewhere. Okay. So let me see where we are. I know we are finished with house. Checking as it's loading. Yep. As if you see something on top of the screen over here. I don't know how to hide this. It's my screen, but we're going to imagine it's not my screen. Okay, so we've done this house alone a long time ago. We finished with this one, I think one of these two. Actually, we're finished with all of these. Then we can finish this, or what I can do is start with this. Let's say this one, and this one today. Maybe this one as well. I'm gonna try to speedrun them. For the characters, probably I'm gonna do it at outside of streaming or as we do it, because I think the only. Oh, these ones are with no one. So we can maybe finish this, fix them a little. And for this one, we're going to use our imagination. But I think we're gonna fix. We are going to start with this 4 today, hopefully. Then we're going to start with this 6 or 5. This 5. My math is gone. And then we're gonna do the park. And separately we're gonna do this, because I've done the park in other world and it took a while. Maybe we can leave the park like, I'm not sure about the park. Maybe we can fix a little, change the building, add something. I'm not sure about the park, but I'm gonna start with this house, then this one, and hopefully today we finish this one. So let's go and build it. I have my cheat just in case. So whoa. I'm going to, so it's easier, what I'm going to do is probably keep this as is. Can I move the whole house? Is my question. Because if I am able to move the whole house, I can just squeeze it up to here and all of this can be the backyard. So before I start, let me remove all of these. Not click anywhere else. Okay. Let's see what is around it. If I do this, I know that there is a way, but I cannot. Which means that let's have it up to here. Although our bathroom will be very okay. Is there a way I can move the whole house? Is my question. Okay, apparently there is a way. Okay, so we move it a little because I want to have something like so, where the thing is that I don't think I can move it like so. So maybe we can have some flowers in here. So basically, I'm going to keep it as is. Maybe change the colors later, but before that, can I take this one, with up to here, and like so. Okay, I guess I am going to put the windows. Actually, I may change the windows to be more modern. But however, I'm going actually. Let's remove all of those. I think there's other one. So I'm gonna keep the stairs this color, and we're gonna go from this. Can I have a something like the same color as this one? Checking my microphone because I have the fear of not working. I think it should be stone. It is basically the same thing. Although it does not come in white. Okay, let's do colors white. I do think this one is a lot more similar. So I'm going to use this one so it's matching the stairs, and we're gonna we're gonna match everything from with the stairs. What I'm doing. And for here, I may almost broke my chair. Let's forget about this. So what I was thinking of is Let me see if I remove something. Okay, so I was thinking to use this. However, let me have it in light brown. Something similar. If I use this one, or this one, no. Thing is, if I use this one, we can have it as the, let's go the base, the platform to be different color. But maybe I'm going to use this one because it's matching those. So let me go around and copy everywhere. Okay. And for those I may use, I think this one is closer. I said not being even closer. I think this one. Let me have more light. I think this one is closer. My question is, I'm gonna leave it, I guess, like, wait a sec. Is this one the... I'm gonna use this one mainly because it's not this awkwardness here, but at the same time I like the little thing. If I choose this one and let me think about it. If I choose this one with white, whatever that is, it will go well to get it will go together well. Yeah. At the same time I don't like it. I want to be wood, but none of the woods make sense except maybe this one. I think this one is the one I was thinking of. It's gonna have the little thing over here, so maybe this one it is. Because it's not so different if we look at it. Which means that... wait a second. Can just do that. And however, I think if we close it from here... okay, let me first fix it. So we can do light brown. Actually, we don't need that. I was thinking to put some of those, but this is not nice looking. Thank you. Maybe you can join add me because I don't know how to use these things. This is very royal. I don't think it goes with this house though. This one, no, unless we have something like a pot. Oh, though, if we do it like so, it's kind of like we're gonna have less because for some reason my brain is we need to add flowers. Maybe not. This is too fancy. So no, I need something like wooden. This not even matching. I think the ghost one is this, but it's not made of wood. I assume it's made out of what it's called. I think this one is the closest as a cover. However, we have to let me do this. Then have one of those in here, and I forgot also to have those two in here, which means that we can change a little bit the windows. And then I need a door, or maybe let me remove this, but have some. Okay, I'm gonna have it as this, and let me see if I the word the color green, something more grassy. Something like this, but as a flower or something. If I do it as so, I can leave it this as this type of, although maybe not. I'm in the wrong place. What I was thinking to do is have, I think it's here in the flowers. Okay. And I'm gonna do the and the life edit object. So the here and the life headed. What I'm talking about? Okay. So I think this one is better now. And the thing is, I'm going to do it like so. I don't think it's important which. It's not. There's nothing here. I don't think it's important which. Need to fix this. Which flowers we have. I think. Okay, I think it's straightish. Let's imagine that it is. Also, what happened here? Okay, something like so. And I was thinking, let's see what doors we have. So I was thinking, not that one. Okay, let's do that. This one somehow perfectly fits in. And also my computer is going to... Okay. It's charging. Nice. And the thing is, I didn't do that. I didn't charge my computer because I thought, oh, it's 19%. We have time. Apparently, we didn't. Okay, so for this one, let me see what options we have for colors. Because this one, if we use this one, we can have then white wood or maybe darker wood. I can't drink water anymore. But yeah, we can have darker wood actually. And this type of light. Let me go for windows and write light brown and have these ones. But they don't really match the door. This one too light. This one is perfect but too small. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this in here for now because they match perfectly, and I'm gonna have these ones here because they also match perfectly. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to delete those one, then let me have this window over here, and then so this one is the bathroom. Oh, this one is the bedroom. Okay, so we can have, let's see, we can have one here and then one here, or we can have another door here and we can have this one here, this one here. I'm going to remove this one and this one. This one here, because I assume this is the bathroom. And what I'm doing, do we have bigger than those ones? Yeah, I think these ones are with I want to say about 2 meters. I don't know, I don't understand of this stuff. And I'm going to have this one here. Okay, However, what I'm gonna do is maybe I am going to pull this. I'm going to pull this room about here, as well as maybe this room. And the reason why is because so it appears this one to be a room alongside this one. So we have two rooms, but there's something wrong with this. What we can have here is I can keep this one as a room. This one can be a office, and or I can have this as a kid's room. Because we need a door in here. Okay, let me have the doors up and see if I push this door up to here and close this. Because technically this is, let's say, the parents' room. Let's have doors in the light brown. So one door here, one here, and one here. I'm going to delete those two. This is very uncomfortable actually to remove. Because one wrong movement and then I will delete something that I shouldn't have. So let's go here. Let's go. Actually need this. So what I can have is something like so. That way it's going to match. Although it's too. Maybe I should lower this. Maybe I can have this one. Or what I'm gonna do is have this black and white type of bathroom, no bath. And what I'm gonna have here, or maybe this one, but then it's too low for the window. Maybe this one is more modern. Yeah, it's kinda like they're living in an old house and they try to fix it. So that's why the doors are so strange. And I'm gonna do the same for this. Or maybe I can do them in white. Yeah, something different. And it's a little wagging. So where is it? So I wanna do it like a blinding type of way. I don't know why I'm starting with the bathroom actually, to be honest. So I'm gonna kind of repeat what we have here, and instead of light brown I'm going to have white. And I can have probably this. Yeah, why not? And I'm gonna have, if I could just close it over here. Let me see if I can close it so the water does not go. When anyway, I want to have this one, and I'm gonna copy theirs, but maybe this. So we have a door, a toilet, sink, shower. This will be glass. And what else? A mirror. What is the more? I think I use this one a lot. It appears fancier. And above the toilet we can have, and by above I mean, maybe we can have some shelf over here. But we also need to have a towel and a toilet paper. Okay, I'm gonna copy theirs and have the toilet paper here. Over here somewhere, or maybe over here actually. Be against the wall. I think this one is more for more richer people, so somewhere over here. Is there any? I think this one is better. It's more like this dark, light brown, not dark brown. What I'm talking about. And I may have this, or actually this one in white, because it's kind of like there's stuff inside. Yeah, why not? And also for this, where I can find it. I don't think this one is making more sense, like so. And I can probably squish the window a little bit to this side. Yeah, why not? And also the way how the lights are black, maybe it's kind of like blending with this. Do I put a rug on the bottom? It's kind of like the floor it's white and the walls are black and transparent. Maybe a little one. Wait, I need this at the door. Am I the correct door? Yeah, a little bit off. Which reminds me that I am going to take this and have it somewhere over here. It's kind of like they come here to, you know, throw their garbage, and then they take their mail. with them. Can I change the car with... maybe something like that. Anyway, so you have that. Let's think about, so if the parents have access, or maybe they can have access from here. Anyway, let's remove all of those except that. Okay, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to copy I like how these are like smaller, and then it also give a lot of light in here. Come. So what I'm thinking here is if we do that, if we take this and make it up to here, let's say, and maybe, which means that we need to remove this one. Wait a second. I said I'm not going to change too much, and then I changed too much, which no idea why I did that, but anyway. Can I don't think I can do that. We can have here, it's something like so. Then I can remove this wall. Just have this column outside. Although if I move this one up to here, let's say, we can have something like a bench over here. Then I can copy this one here. We can have another two windows up here, one here and maybe one like so. I can remove this wall because we take our little lights if possible. Hi, how are you? Okay, this is blinding. move this one more up to this side. Sorry, I'm kinda like calculating stuff. So it's funny because I play both Minecraft and Sims 4. No idea why I post, like I'm questioning myself, but yeah, I do these two. And sometimes if I find a new game that I like, but I think this is rarely. Yeah, this happen kind of rarely. Mainly Minecraft and Sims 4. So I forgot that I have to put door in here. Maybe not this door. Normal question would say, how about you? I'm so sorry. I was too distracted by the door for some reason that I forgot how to be human. So I apologize for that. Also, this is too like a shop. I don't think this is normal outside door. Maybe this one. Come. No idea why I'm here. I was looking for the lights. So I'm going to use this one. Okay. Can have one here, one here, one here, one in the middle. And I was thinking to have a bench over here, if possible. Maybe I can have it in here, like more like in ankle. Somehow I accidentally choose the correct color. No idea how. And I forgot to put this one in here. Also, let me have this. Okay, is there like any normal darker color? It's more like dark brown. It is painful. I don't know why I'm judging the... I think this one is a little bit better. Okay. Something similar. And over here we're gonna have our barbecue and stuff. And for the roof, can I copy it? Like, let's have... Wait. Can I copy this one like so? But kinda like do that. And then copy this one. And do that. And what we're gonna have here is have those in here. Am I confusing stuff? And maybe we can have can I delete this one actually? Because I don't think I need it. Yeah, it's still here. Not I'm explaining it very badly. And can I instead of having anything, okay, this one is painful to look at. Is there any like light brown version of it? You know what? Let's not focus on the roof. I don't think this is something we can enjoy on, or we need to have it like so. I don't think these are good if we have attics, and we can just have the attic here, do that, and the Sims can look through those little windows. I think this will be better version. Yeah, this will be too painful to put here. I wanna put a... I think I'm gonna put this one here. Yeah, because if we have this one, then they have to be able to access it. So maybe not. Then we can go inside. And let's start with the kitchen. So what I'm gonna have here is let's have maybe light brown, dark brown things. Or maybe black and white. 1 second. But the floor will be black and the stuff will be white. Like reverse of the bathroom. I'm doing light brown. So I wanna do white for these ones. And let me see. So if I have this one here, we can have second. We can have 1, 2, 3 of these. Then over here something to match. I think we're this one, so all the way around maybe. Except the last one will be a fridge. Let me see how it's with the windows. Okay. Over here in the middle, I'm going to have the sink. What I can have here is I can have this one here. Remove this. Because we're gonna have one shelf, two shelves that can be used. Then for... Can I have this? I'm gonna have it here for now. Then I'm going to have the dishwasher over here on top. You know what? I'm going to have the coffee machine. Let's have it over here, or maybe the coffee machine can be. I need to remove this one. So it's somewhere's this one. Wait. You know, I'm going to bring it how it was. And what I'm gonna have is... Let me have it over here. And over here will be the useful area. Okay. So... Let me first have the water, because I don't want stuff burning. So I'm gonna have this one over here, this one over here. Then for the shelves, I think are these ones. Or maybe these ones. I think are these. Okay, what I'm gonna have is apparently not the thing I was thinking of. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work unless... Maybe I can do this, that as end place. Have this one over here. Why not? Then I may have it only on this side. Or let me see. What I can have actually is have these ones. Let's have this one for here now, right now. I'm gonna have these ones here. You can put this one like so. Over here, I may have all of these. Let's have one more of these in here. I may remove actually this window because let me see. Nope. And I may remove this one as well. Have this more like in the middle. Yep. Okay, so we have the shelves. Have the refrigerator, whatever. Also, I don't like how they're not even. So I'm gonna even them out. And can we have... I don't think we can have this. Maybe this one over here. There's a shelf where they put their medicine. And over here is there special plates maybe? No idea why it can be open for two places. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this one like so, and can I... yeah, I'm gonna have this one to be the last one because it makes more sense to be open only for one side, not for from 107 different sides. So yeah, I don't like how this one is not connected. So if I move this one like so, which means that I have to remove all of this here. Okay, and let's have the chairs. Well, I'm gonna have them in this color. It will make more sense. And then what I'm gonna do is probably I'm gonna keep it like so. Like this one will be one type of... let me show you what I was thinking of. I don't even know if it's going to be working. So I want to show you this. So let's say this one is like that, and over here it's this one. However, for wood, I don't know why changing this will help, but what is that? I do see this one more like a kitchen thing. So maybe I'm gonna leave this one. Of course, I forgot something very important. And it's not that. does this come in white? I think it's perfect. Is it perfectly fitting in the space? Like it kind of looks crooked. Maybe it's my eyes. Maybe that's why. Anyway, so for the walls, I may do only this in this wall. The problem is, can I find something with this? If I do this, wait a second. If I choose this one like so, the problem is that the places where it needs to be, it's not like there is no this stuff. So 50-50 on that. But I want something that it's like so. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna use this one instead. So for this, okay, so we're gonna have, I'm gonna copy them and I'm gonna have the table here, then a small couch here, or yeah, one here, one here. It's kind of like they prefer to talk more rather than, you know, watch TV. Also, the door is right in front of them, so yeah, unless I have the table here and have some small couch here. Okay, I think there is one that it's like so, but not so depressed. So is there one with pillows? I guess there is one. Maybe I can have this one in here, and okay, this is too big. Do I like this one as well? But I think this one is more like this, black and white. The question is there any smaller? Maybe I can look at the place where it should be. Maybe I can have a one of these over here, and I can have the TV not exactly in front of them, more like on the side. It's wrong. I like this one here. So maybe they're just too busy. Okay, I forgot to. let's see first at the, because another thing that I can do is have this and kind of like close this, and also like so, which means that I have to remove this one as well, or maybe something like so. Let me see, because if I have like this small couch here, and then we can have a bigger one over here. Wait a second, I can delete this one. Have this one here, have a small table next to it. Let's say they don't believe in having too much TV. Maybe they have TV in their room, and then we can have the door here, which means that we can make this like so, or not. Need to work with this somehow in some way. I want to think of it. Then we have the door here, have the bathroom, we can have the table here, and maybe a carpet in the middle. Let's see first. So I'm gonna choose one of the circle tables with white chairs, which are kinda, I think they should be similar to the, one second, to the ones in the kitchen, which means that maybe we can change them to be white. Is it look like a hospital? Maybe. Is it a bad hospital? Hopefully not. So I'm gonna have them in this type of position, and I'm going to not have only this type of light, but maybe another one on top. Maybe like so. Then I'm going to have this like so, and let me see for this. Okay, I think here, no idea why it's not giving me to do this. Maybe we can have this one here and here. Then we go over here, have these little tiny ones. For them we can have some of those. And for these, you know what? Something like that. Then over here we can have a family photos. like so. It's too messy, but anyway. And then okay, there's no way we can add stuff here. Maybe this, I'm thinking maybe we can have some pictures over here. Okay, is this the one where you have to do it like so? Maybe I'm gonna have one of these here. Some awards here. And in the bottom. Maybe a llama. Because why not? Then this depressing heart. Then this one. Maybe one or two smaller here. I said smaller and I choose the biggest one ever. Maybe they're ancestors. Why not? Thinking, do I put a carpet here? Maybe over here. This is also kinda like the light brown. And maybe one here. And one here, or maybe okay, so I can have this one here and maybe this one on top. Yeah, why not? Okay. For I think I have this, so maybe not. However, let's think about it. So I have removed all of the things except those two. So what I'm thinking for this one is well, let's have some of the light. Okay, where disappeared? Okay, so we have it a little bit brighter over here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the carpet. However, let's think. So for the parents, let's have pink for the, let's say, daughter. And for the parents, let's have green. I don't think I've done pink and green. So over here will be everything green, over here will be everything pink. So let's start with the wall. Have pink and green. Let's see. I think there's one with roses that I liked. But not this one. For the pants I can do something like so. Or maybe like that. And the other side can be only with this. Okay, so I like this one. And we can have this wall and let's say this wall, and these two can be white. So for the parents, with this wall, and this wall be like so, and there can be this without the art, if there's even an option. Okay, why is there no even option for this? Like the closest one is with this type of wood. Okay, if I do it so, it's going to have the like, but I like the dark brown. Okay, if I do, let's do that. If I do green and dark brown and do O, because I like, there's also this one, but I don't think that it can work. Okay, what? Why? Another option is this one, but it's not fun. I prefer these ones. There's also this option, but it's kinda like outside. Okay, this one is painful. I'm gonna cover it because it was really painful to watch. This is questionable. I don't understand the skin types of things. Is this the glass one? Nope. I may use this one, or maybe not. Okay, let's see. So there's this option. This option. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this one, and I am going to use the pink one instead. It's kind of like this popping off, something like that. The another version is to do the blue, but the blue it's very painful. I think the pink is more close to the children's room, and also another version is to do with the light. Okay, I may do the pink with the light green. Now I'm thinking about it. It makes more sense. Yep. So as I said, I'm gonna use what they've done, and I'm gonna put the bed in here with two stands, and have dresser over here maybe, or maybe over here a dresser and a desk. And I'm gonna kind of do the same or similar with this. Let me see 1 second. I want to have this, or maybe white wall, something like that. All these are roses. If I have this, but or this, it's too making the wall too busy. So I'm gonna do it like so, and let's remove the wall so I can work in here. Let's start with the kids' room. Okay, so bed. I'm gonna do only pink, so it's easier. And what I'm gonna have in here, I want a double size, but like these ones. So you can have desk underneath. Okay, so you know how there are two chairs? I may do that. So I'm gonna have one bed here. Guys, Okay, it fixed itself. So what I'm gonna do here is I may have not that bad. There's only this. I'm gonna have this one with this cover and this one with this cover. So we have, or maybe, how to do this? Because if we push them over here, okay, we have the door. We can have some small desk over here. Because they share the room, I assume they share the stuff. So we can have something like so. Why? Let's put this on the side and choose maybe another one just in case. Because I want to, as they're also adult, to be able to use it. Maybe this one with a pink chair. And I need a dresser, like a smaller one. Maybe on this wall. Is it, can it work though? Okay, I hope it works. Otherwise we'll be very sad. So we have this. What we can have is I think the dollhouse is almost the same as their. Maybe a toy over here. No idea why I'm choosing only pink. Maybe because I choose it to be only pink. We can have box over here. No, well, some school supplies over here. An axolotl. Some strange reason. And a computer. What we can have is the computer and the tablet over here. I forgot about their education, so maybe can I have the books here maybe? Maybe that. I'm not sure it's working, so maybe they're gonna have, or maybe not. Maybe they're going to use the bookshelf of the parents. So this one, maybe like so. Yeah, why not? Because we have the children's room, then for the parents. Parents, I wanna click green and dark brown. I'm going to have the same dresser for the bed. If this one was green, I think it would be better. But I don't think it comes in green. Okay, what I'm gonna do is only green. This is very royal, but I don't think if only this one would came with dark like this would, but like green. Unless I put this one in here and or this one in here, something like kind of like hospital bed. Wait, if I do so, let me show if it's showing on the other side. I don't think so. Can I have this maybe in more like, though I don't like how the bed this part is looking unless we put something like so, but then it does not look nice. I want something similar. I assume we have something similar, but maybe it's this one, the one we're looking for. It's kind of matching the green on the bottom, but then this does not look like a parent's bed. This may be, but then the covers are wrong. I'm genius. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this one over here. Yeah, over here. And I was thinking what we can do probably is use some of those. Maybe something similar. And maybe too much, maybe this one. It's both wood but also it's green like the bed. for lamps. Let's put this one in the kids' room because I forgot. And for the lamps, maybe this one. Can I resize it? I'm confused. I may leave it like so. It's gonna be like a built-in. This one maybe no. Okay, it's not working. Is this a like a light? What is it called? Lighthouse? Something similar? Wait a second. Let me leave this one here. And maybe I'm gonna put it on top. But for this one, I may move it up here. I may put this one in here. You are in the middle. Alongside whatever that is. So for this, wait a second, I can have maybe those like so, or over those. That way we're gonna bring the green from the floor and the wall. So maybe yeah. Come. Can I? Maybe I can have one of these in here. Like so. And over here I can have a desk. I set it the wrong place. Maybe like this one. Or maybe this one. They're basically the same one. So yeah. Which reminds me, I forgot to put a garbage can. For some reason. So what I'm gonna have here is little tiny garbage can that I forgot to put. And I may have the same one somewhere in here. And I am going to have the same one next to the desks. Now even if they don't work, they're going to look better. So what I'm gonna have here is not that, but a chair, more professional chair. I think this one's also professional. This one is kinda like someone who plants evil. So let me have this computer and a notebook. I forgot about the. I forgot. I'm going to fix it, and I have an idea how. So what I want to have is dishwasher and dryer. Gonna have it in the box, and I'm gonna have door, and over here I'm gonna have our barbecue and maybe a table with 2 chairs. Yep. Anyway, so let's go back here, and I'm gonna have this one. Which one is more normal notebook? Maybe this one, the writing stuff. And maybe over here, actually let's move the garbage can over here, and over here we're gonna have a little bookshelf. I'm gonna have this one because I think it's a little bit closer. Okay. I'm genius. Actually no, because we don't have. If we have, I can have a door over here, but maybe they can have a window to the washer and dryer. If I squeeze it a little over here, okay, let's do the outside before I forgot that the outside should exist. And what I'm gonna do is very simple. I am going to have this one over here. Actually, what is that? Can I have it outside? Maybe not, just in case. And I'm going to have I am going to have these two chairs and some table in the middle. Maybe it's better if I have one of these as well. And let's I don't think this is the one I chose. To be honest, there is no difference in here. I'm not them Marvel. Why not? Maybe they are so rich that they prefer this. And I'm going to kinda copy it on the other side as well. And okay. Why have two doors? What was my brain thinking with this? Not that I am able to think. Anyway. Okay, so what I'm gonna have is washer, dryer, and I may copy the ones from the kitchen, but not those ones. Something like so, with, let's have a double sink, maybe. Yeah, maybe one here, one here. Usually people, when they have sink, they have only one. So let's do I have one here as well. This is kind of like their backyard, by the way. I see it as this type of thing. Okay, I'm gonna do all Okay. No idea what that is. Okay, if I do that, can I erase this as such? And it will be, we will working. Yep. Hope it works. Maybe they have a puzzle in here. Or no. There's no space for the puzzle. I may have this very dangerously close to that. So maybe I will not have it. For the wolves there was something that I wanted. I'm gonna leave it like such. Um, just for the Sims to not do stuff, maybe I'm gonna leave. No idea what that is, but I'm gonna have it in here. Can I have this one as well here? Maybe like so. Maybe this one over here. Yeah, why not? Just need to copy this one over here. Copy this. Okay. Thankfully we have this big roof. And then okay, I may do something similar. for the flowers. Second, I forgot the most important part. Maybe this one. Yeah, why not? It'll be hidden anywhere with all of these. So okay. For now there's nothing. I'm checking if it's showing, hopefully not. That's I need all of them. I wanna see. I wanna look by red. Okay, I guess I cannot. Maybe something like so. All the different flowers. Okay. It's kinda like someone threw up. But anyway. Decoration. Where is the flower? Is it in here? Yep. Okay, I guess it's going to go on this. How can I? Okay, if I go from here. Okay, I think chose the wrong one, so something like so. Then over here it's easier. And I'm trying to make it like it's making sense, but there is no sense in this. I may leave it like so. Because otherwise we're not looking great. And I'm gonna begin maybe on this house next. Because, okay, let me save it. Okay. Short, save and go. I thought I was going to build all the 3 houses until 11 o'clock. Now it's 10:58 and I'm still on the first house. So this was something I didn't expect it. So we done this one, so I'm gonna do, let's start with this one. So we're gonna have all of these. Then after, okay, let's go build. Then we're gonna have the one across of them, then the bigger one, and then the one on top. This time I'm not going to change much, just maybe some, let's see. Okay, what I'm gonna do is got lightning. I forgot the security system, but I don't think I'm going to play with those, so we don't care for now. Okay, so we have bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, living room. So I'm gonna use also green this time, so I'm gonna do everything green. So let's change this to this color. I think will be better. For this, let's do okay, let's first move those away. I think they go better with these. For this one I was thinking if possible maybe glass. Because the rest are very royal. Although I think the closest is this one, which means that over here is this one. Somehow I accidentally choose the correct one. Okay, so for this, okay, can I have a green one? Okay, what I've decided is I'm gonna use this one, although okay, I may do this one. So I am going to cover all the sides. And because it didn't show up, I am going to copy those. Even it's showing, I think it's better. It's kind of like 2 covers and for the price of 1. I can do it like so. And let's have a door that fits this space. Find a door that fits this space. So for the windows, I may do white and green. Okay, I almost end the stream accidentally. And for here, somehow I accidentally did that. Okay, so let's remove the old windows. I'm curious, can I use maybe some of those? On this side. Maybe one here, and we're gonna cover it with yeah, I forgot. Anyway, so I'm going to use maybe this one for this. Maybe this one. I can do a green kitchen and a green bathroom. And for this one, green bedroom. Why not? And for the walls, actually, I'm curious, is this... Yeah, I may use this one. And however, I don't want to... Oh. There's something similar. Okay, I'm going to save it because it's getting late. But yeah, we have a kinda like view what we're gonna do. I wanna try to be faster next time so we can have more houses done. Until then, let me see. It's very slow. If I'm whining, I want to apologize for that. There's someone who builds stuff, so I'm gonna rate this person. Looks interesting. But before I rate a person and say bye, what I'm talking about, I first want to say bye. And I hope you enjoy the stream. And unless something happen, I'll probably stream next Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. Okay, so I hope... Oh, this is gameplay. I think it will be interesting. Anyway, I'm getting set. I would just saw the person I'm going to rate. So yeah, unless something happened, because school already started, it's kinda like tiring. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream, even though it should be... This should be taking like 30 minutes. It took me an hour, so maybe more than an hour. Yeah, 2 hours. What I was talking about? Yeah, my brain just disappeared. So I'm gonna say bye now before I bore you, and I hope you enjoy the next person. Bye.